sir. We in the building. DJ D Poise in the building. And of course, the co-host in the building. Let them know who you are, man.
I am your humble host, Fizz Ed Music, Spitfire Radio in the building, baby.
All right. Before we go any further with this, we got to clarify exactly where you from, man. Because when we read the bio, there's some miscommunication going on. But you are originally from where?
I was born in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay.
Okay.
But considering where I'm from, how the phrase is coined, where I jumped off the porch is Milford, PA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your name, how is it correctly pronounced? Because people say Muse, some people say Mid. I've heard Stormy and then Mr. Off, or you go by both, or you go by one or the other.
I'm just calling you Mr. No Days Off. I'm just gonna call you Mr. No Days Off.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Mr. No Days Off. But my name properly pronounces Moose.
Moose.
Yeah.
Moose. See, we got different people saying different things. Where's the Mr. Day Off come from exactly, man? I get it, but what makes you say that you're Mr. No Day Off?
So actually, a couple of my friends said it to me. They were like, "Yo, it seems like you never take a day off." And I started to implement it into my own well-being, not even to be that type of guy, but just because I heard a couple people say, like, how can people want to achieve their dreams and want to be successful, and you gonna work 9 to 5 for this guy and then can't make ends meet, and then go work 9 to 5 for this guy, also 9 to 5 and then 5 to 9 to a second job, and then you come home to work on your own stuff and you throw Netflix on, or your days off, then you lamping around the house. So I say Mr. No Days Off because it's like 9 to 5, and on my days off, I'm working harder than when I'm at work.
Oh, wow.
True indeed. I hear that.
I feel you on that. Oh, man. Well, you're not only an MC, you also do beats too, or music too.
Yeah, I haven't released any beats yet per se because I'm concentrating on working on a self-produced, written by project myself. A couple beats that I'm not using, people that I'm close knit with, I'll like let them hear it and see if they want to use it. I've sent them a couple beats personally that haven't been used yet. But yeah, I'm looking towards the end of this year. I'll start releasing beats so I could try to accrue a different source of income to help support everything.
Wow. Everything is under you as your own label, you're independent and everything like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the label that you're running as?
Technically no label, but I got the shirt on, NTS. So it stands for not the same creatives.
Wow. That's a deep name, bro.
I appreciate it.
Well, we're also saying that you're 28, so you're a young brother. How long have you been doing this? How long?
I started joking around with people at parties when I was young. And so like 14, 15, we was just playing around, joking with it. And then people were like, "Yo, you nice. You should really make some songs. You should try to do this." And then I did it a couple times. I made some songs and people loved it. I started rap battling people on the street. I go over to New York, like right because I live in the tri-state area. So I go over to New York, New Jersey, and be at parties. And people like, "He say he rap. Nah, he don't rap. Let's see what he got." Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wow.
So and then it just kind of unfolded, and I just realized how much I liked it because I try to also give a message away at the same time. I do talk about some rah-rah stuff, and I do talk about the classic money and girls and women and cars and looking fancy, but to people who like really care about the craft, if you really listen, there's double entendres that I sneak in there here and there, trying to get something across so people can be receptive and benefit from it besides just feel good.
Well, I definitely feel what you're doing, man. You got a record, High Tie.
Yeah.
I know. Is that the one you were talking about, Fizz?
Yeah, that high tide. And then here with Al Tariq. Is that Al Tariq of the world famous Beat Nuts?
No.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. Yeah. Clear that up for me there. Who is Al Tariq?
Al Tariq is a homie I known for a long time. Actually, I went to high school with him, and it's funny because he started. It's funny how we got knit because he was doing music, and it was just like I just started like battle rapping here and there at that time, and it was approached like we should do songs together. But then people were like, "Oh, he nicer. Oh, he nicer." So it kind of started off as like we was doing diss tracks to each other back in high school.
Okay.
And then it was kind of like we were pushing each other to level up. Like me, him, and a group of other people. Shout out Young Man Prince. Shout out Jovan. Shout out King Tan. Oh, by the way, shout out Willie Bangs. I gotta do that right now.
So,
Gotta do that right now. And so from going back and forth, like we realized we true to this. Like everything we were saying, excuse me, sorry, somebody just texted me talking about they looking. They trying to tap in.
Tell him hello.
So it was known that like we really care about this craft. So like back then, like little groups, little cliques started be made, like Poetic Hustlers, and just to name one of them. And then we started trying to build each other up from dissing each other because that's what it's about.
okay.
Yeah, like a steel sharpening steel type of thing.
Yeah. So that's how I met Al Tariq, and then so we had a little group, him, his brother, and a couple other people, and it just started building. Got introduced to my engineer right now. Shout out Colin McCabe. He's the one that mixes and masters almost everything that I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Real good, humble dude.
Let's play that track real quick, man. I know you kind of stretched for time, and I do want to get people to check in, and I do have some people asking questions in the back, so we're gonna play this record real quick and let them check it out.
All
right.
Yeah. Moose.
Yes, sir. Get you fellas back on. We got some questions from some people here, man. Shout out Sunshine. Have you ever been on a ferry? Have you ever rode a ferry or a subway? And if so, what's the crowd like? You got ferries down there where you are?
Nah, there's no ferries out here.
Okay,
yeah, there's actually a town called Dingman's Ferry that's right next to it. So it's funny she said that. I thought she knew a little something.
I was wondering. I think she got confused. Well, back where you were born, is there ferries there? Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I don't know where that came from.
I'm pretty sure there's ferries in Hoboken, and the trains go straight from Hoboken to the city.
Oh, okay. So like we said, there's some confusion on where exactly you grew up and where. Oh, she says in Jersey. She's talking about in Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, in Jersey. Nah, I ain't never been on a ferry. I ain't never been on a ferry. I've obviously been on trains here and there and whatnot. Not locally.
Right. The subways, it must be crazy down that way then. Obviously, I think that's what she's asking. But yeah, man, that track right there. Who did that? Is that one of your productions? One of your beats?
No, I can't take credit for something I didn't do. Shout out Star Valentino from Washington State.
Salute.
Yeah, he's another humble dude. I try to only interact with humble people who's really about their craft, and he's a real good-hearted dude from Washington State. I said, and he heard one of my other tracks, and he actually reached out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm a producer. I got some beats. I like your music. I'd like to work with you." And it was instantaneous. I went on his website, and it was like the first beat I clicked on. I was like, "Yo, this fire!"
Wow.
So I got a number of beats from him that I've written songs to that will be coming out this year too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So your project your first full project? Is it going to be more of everybody more production, or is it going to be a little bit more you or everybody?
My first full project, I'm pretty sure, is probably going to be which way the wind blows. To be completely honest, it depends. I can't even put some. I'm just concentrating on releasing singles this year and pushing them how they need to be pushed.
Okay. Okay.
How many singles do you see yourself putting out this year?
8, 9, 10.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's almost a single a month. You trying to do some Lil Wayne type stuff over here? You doing some?
I mean, maybe if you want to put it like that, but I'm not trying to do nobody else think I'm trying to set my own tone.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. I hear it. All right. Good.
Okay. So you got a bunch of songs and like put away right now that are already done, or you just gonna work as you go? You know, you got people pre-plan the whole year out, so you might have all 10 sitting here and just waiting which one you're gonna drop at what time, what month. This is gonna be a summer jam. This is gonna be early spring. You know, people hold on to records for seasons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more so planned out. I got about
Oh, yeah, think about it. You must got a lot.
I probably got about 6 or 7 songs done that I'm already like. I wouldn't say done. The reason why I'm sitting on them though is because like you need the animation, the cover art. I need to figure out if I'm gonna shoot a music video and where and the people that's gonna be in it. So I'm really trying not to miss a beat this year. So that's why I'm holding on to them so long.
Okay. Okay. When did you? Let's start way back, man. When did you start rapping, and when did this hit you to say this is what you want to do, as opposed to just being a hobby? What made it? What clicked to say, yo, I'm gonna be an MC. I'm gonna be on stage rocking the crowds.
So I started young, 14, 15, at parties, and people liked hearing it, and they told me that I should try to do it seriously. And like, obviously, it didn't start off like, "Oh, you're amazing, like you're fired," but it was always positive, like, "Yo, this is really good, and you haven't been doing it that long." Like, I can only, and it was so like reassuring and motivating. They're like, I can't wait to see what you're gonna do next. Like, if this is the first song you did, what's the second song? And if this is the second, what's the 10th song gonna sound like? And then after I kept moving with it, I did a couple shows with my man Al Tariq, who's featured on High Tide. Shout out Al. I don't know if I shouted him out. He already knows all love.
Yeah.
I started doing so. A little background. I went to prison. We could touch on it if you want. But when I started doing shows with him or going to shows with him, I'm all about the financial aspect because I didn't really grow up with everything. I'm not saying that I had the hardest life, but I didn't grow up with everything. So it was always on my mind, like, how can I turn this into a career? Like, it's cool being fun and enjoying it, but how can I profit from this and actually do this, not just stressing about putting money into it? And then I was paying attention to tickets and merchandise table. One of the first shows I went to, there was like 30, 40 people came up to me like, "Yo, you got merchandise table? I want to support. I like you and your man's music." Yada, da, 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 da. And I'm like, and in my head, and I'm crunching numbers. I'm like, geez, we just missed out $500.
Right.
Like people try to find a job to make $500 in a week. And then I started putting things together. I'm like, if I really take my time and then not only make like decent music, but give people something to benefit from it so that they're gonna want to come back and listen to it again and come out to the shows and support. If I do one show a week and every show hits like that, then I would be able to survive off of this. And then that was a turning point.
Okay.
Yeah, merchandising is definitely where it's at. And I see it looks like you really get it in with the merchandising, especially on Instagram and all that type of stuff. People like the logo. Who came up with the way that logo is, the way those letters are together?
So this logo actually came from I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not in steady contact with this guy here. He knows it's all love. I was came in contact with him for cover art because I liked how clean his work was. But as we were like trying to establish where we are gonna go with something, I just didn't feel like it was gonna be the right fit for my music. But being that he's a good dude, at the same time, I was trying to think of like how can I get merchandising so I have something for shows. And like a week later or something, I'm scrolling on Instagram looking for people, and he messaged me, and I was like, oh, I forgot. And I told him about the concept, and it was like simple, clean, professional, and I wanted it to feel like solid and like. So that's where the idea of the shape came from, like solid, like it's like the shape of a diamond, but also like a shield, so it's like protective.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any dream collaborations you want to put out there or put out in your piece that you want to work with? I mean, in Philly, in Pennsylvania and Philly and all around Jersey, you got some cats that just rock with you just because of where you from, so
Yeah. Some dream collaborations. The list is a long.
oh,
Okay.
I'm just trying to work, to be honest. I'm trying to work with good people, but like just to name a few, like J. Cole, hands down. Everybody that knows me knows it. Hands down, J. Cole.
okay. Yeah, J. Cole's a beast. Salute, J. Cole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
salute. DC Young Fly.
Oh, really?
He got something about him. First time I heard him was on a Mo 3 track, Faith and Hope. I heard that track. I had that thing on repeat for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. The only thing in rotation. I'm like, yo,
What?
this go hard. Yeah,
What?
yeah,
I think I heard him sing. I didn't know he rap. I mean, just
yeah.
on that show, I think he's doing like
Wilding out.
wilding out here and there. Like, but he really can kill it, huh?
Yeah, he sing and he rap a little bit. He more so sing for the
Sing.
ladies and
Yeah.
more so like that. But like I like his whole I like his whole image and like what to an extent. I don't really like talking too much about the women. There's other things I personally like to talk about.
Right.
But like what he doing, I definitely respect it and definitely love to grind and hustle. And he got his hands in a lot of different things. Obviously, I'd like to do something with Meek. He from PA, he from Philly. Shout out to Meek. He just signed somebody Core, and
Yeah.
Core something different. I'd like to do something with him. He's something different.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it's just like I don't want to like sell anybody short. So if anybody knows that I like your music and whatnot, forgive me for not mentioning it. But then it just comes into like I'd like to do different things. So like Lil Baby and Dirk and the Baby and Papoose and it like that's what I mean. The list goes on for days.
Yeah.
It's very well possible now, man. We seeing a lot of up and coming artists working with major cats now. So, it is absolutely something that can definitely happen, man. We putting it out here in the universe, just speaking about it. So I'm hoping that it definitely happens, man. Because you with other rappers like that would be crazy. You think it would be a situation of they'd be like, man, he trying to out rap me, man. What? you like come hard because you would have to give you all. You wouldn't want to come back on the track with somebody else major. You'd be like, dang. But then, how would they feel if that'd be like trying to do a record with M, and then you send yours over, and then M here's yours, and be like, oh well, you know what? I'm about to smash you on your own record.
That's cool.
I don't know, man. Ain't there a verse where was it Nas? Was it Nas that said such as to smash you on your own record?
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
said the verse.
I think it was Nas that said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
I don't
think
know.
they said Busta Rhymes and Eminem did get into a thing like that. Busta Rhymes had talked about that because I think Eminem was on either his last album or album before that. He said he sent over a verse, then M would send over another verse, then he'd one up M, then he'd send it back, M would one up it. And then I think it got to the point to where the bars were just endless and Busta said, we got to cut this off, man. We can't, just give me the verse you're going to use. I'm doing the verse I'm going to do. But are you saying you would respect the competition? You wouldn't even be upset about that song? That was what you was going to say.
Listen, if I do a song with anybody, please try your hardest to outshine me on it, because all that's gonna do is push me to do better on the next one. Never no hard feelings. Like, I hope so. Like, smash that, because I'm coming back. I'm coming back swinging.
I heard that. I like that.
Oh man. Well, what about beefs? I mean, how would you feel about if a rapper came at you over something that happened at a club one night? Would you respond back to it, or would you just let it roll? You know what I'm saying? Because I know it gets a little crazy now with rap beefs. Especially after the Biggie Tupac situation, and and there's been rappers after that where there's been situations, but they ain't being clear about it. But rappers have gotten killed, or people that were surrounding those rappers got killed over a beef. So if somebody came at you and tried to diss you, would you respond? Would you throw little shots, or would you actually come back at them?
I can't give a solid answer for that or a lot of things because every situation is different. Most of the time, I try to be as professional as possible, regardless on how I carry myself. Even though I try to carry myself professionally, but if it's a little this or a little something, I might throw a little shot. If it's something serious that I feel like could lead to something real serious, I would just be like, look, you got that. I'm out here trying to make a living. I'm trying to build a life and a legacy to leave to my son and my niece and other children I plan on having in the future. Like, it ain't that deep. You got that. You can win the battle. I'm out here trying to win the war.
Hey, you got a message right here from someone you might know. This is the longest you've ever seen you sit. What?
They say always in the lab spitting them bars. So you sleep in the lab, you eat in the lab. Is that what that is?
All of
you
that.
live in the lab?
All of that. The past, I just started another job, so like the most sleep I got in one day has been like 4 hours.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like I work 8 hours at this job. I got a half hour in between, and then I go to the next job. And then by the time I get to the house, I gotta jump in the shower. I don't need my room a mess right now. I jump in the shower, send a couple emails, pass out for 3.5 hours, wake up, check emails, get dressed, try to talk to my son real quick, and I'm back at work.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
She says, diffuse the situation. It's not worth it.
Yeah. 100%.
Damn. Oh, she talking about how much you work, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you find time to do music then, man? Are you writing when you on your whatever you're doing? When you grab a few minutes somewhere and you like, you know what? I'm gonna write a rhyme real quick, or do you even write rhymes? You might be one of those cats that just get in the studio and freestyle the whole record like Jay-Z or Wayne.
Yeah. At one point, I used to be able to, but I haven't exercised that part of my brain much, so I can't really freestyle like that. Freestyle decent enough for it to be a track. I can still spit, but not decent enough to be a track. I got 50, 60 songs written already. So I'm not really pressed on writing songs currently. It's more of the like, I need to make sure I got the finances to push these tracks so that they get the exposure that it needs to be. He said I sound like Jay.
He's nice.
Nigga, what?
Okay. I believe you just based on these songs, bro. This Jay-Z, that's what Biggie used to do. Yeah, definitely. I believe you one of them. You could. I bet you could go in there and throw the beat on and just kick the whole song. You being a little modest to us just now. Come on, bro. I know you. Them lyrics
Yeah.
sound like somebody that just don't thinking. Maybe that's a
Yeah.
demo. You probably rap the whole song as a demo and then play it back and fix parts of it.
Oh, I've definitely done that before.
Yeah,
100% I've done that before.
see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Is there any? Oh, good. I was going to ask, man, what other type of music do you listen to besides hip hop? Do you listen to any rock or anything else?
What don't I listen to is a real question.
Oh, okay.
I was at work the other night and I was listening to My Chemical Romance and the Used and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I was like, I gotta get away from everything. Yeah,
I know what you did. There you go. Okay.
like I like music. If even if people don't really feel it or it don't sound like something, if it's expressive and it's true, I can vibe with it.
Wow.
Okay.
We want to get this last record in, man, and probably let you get to where you got to get back out there and get on that grind. I know you a hard working man. So you talking about you got this part of that day of busyness that you deal with every day. You just slide this in and you got to roll off into something else. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this record. The Outlaw. Explain the Outlaw record to us a little bit, man. Why the name Outlaw? What's the record all about?
So, excuse. Outlaw was the first. Okay, so I told you about the turning point in music for me. That was a turning point mentally. The turning point physically and exerting energy and actually doing it would be Outlaw. So I got sent away and I came home and I did a little Freeverse to a J. Cole beat. And it did a way better than I thought it was gonna do. I didn't tell nobody I was gonna do it. Just did it, shot it. My man dropped it, and it did pretty good for that. So Outlaw is another Star Valentino beat. Shout out Star. So the concept came from, I obviously just came home and I wrote that. So it was like I'm an outlaw because they were trying to label me something I'm not. I mean, I was out here trapping and hustling and whatnot, but it wasn't for the reasons that they think. I wasn't out here trapping just so I could buy a girl a bag or do random stuff. Like, I don't have nothing to show for what I went through and what I was doing because I was just trying to make sure I had money in my pocket. So if my mom and my sister like needed money or something, I could be like, yeah, I got money. And I always try to keep like a little part-time job so they ain't never know. They're like, how you got money? I save money. I don't do nothing. I just hang out with my friends. Yeah. So like I wasn't really bent on like I gotta hold this, I gotta flex. So whenever I was with people, if somebody was down and out or hurting or I needed their car or something, it's like, oh, can I use the car for a little bit? And I know they down and out, but they still like, yeah, you can use my car. I fill their car up, I clean it, I wash it, I buy groceries, I leave it in the car. I take them to McDonald's. If they pick me up and they kid with them, I buy them. Like it's like it wasn't really. I ain't got nothing to show for it besides a bunch of people that was talking reckless when I got locked up.
Wow. Salute all the people checking in, man. You got a nice little crowd building here, man. Salute everybody tuning in.
Yeah.
Love the mainstream check.
So let me ask real quick though, what made you go with just putting out singles and not doing the whole album thing?
So I actually had an EP written. I even got cover art for it and all of that. And I was talking to my engineer and Star Valentino because most of the songs that were gonna be on that EP were produced by him. And he said that I'd be doing not only myself but the potential listeners a disservice by not pushing the songs because I could put a song out, the song could be good, but nobody gonna know if it's good or not if I don't push it. Because not putting anybody down, everybody has their own life to live and responsibilities, but people say they vibe with me and they rock with me and they support. But how much? Are you really gonna take time out of your day to make sure people is paying attention to what I'm doing? That's on me. So it's like it came down to like I can't. It's not in my best interest or anybody's best interest to drop a project. I gotta drop a single and I gotta push it. And I gotta be like, basically shove it in their face. Listen to this. You don't have to like it, but listen to it. Let me know what you think, and then tell somebody that you don't like it, and then
I hear that. Yeah.
Well, man,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
as always, man, like I always say, man, I only rock with people on this show that are who I genuinely like, man, as they're musically, man. I don't just be interviewing people just because of what they got as a following or whatever. Is because you got to be dope for me to be able to give you your props. So salute to what you do, man. And anytime you want to come back, bro, I know you kind of stretched for time today, but man, maybe when you got more time, because it's been fun, man. It's been a dope interview, man, and I
Oh
appreciate
yeah. Oh
you on
yeah.
here speaking with
Yes,
us,
sir.
and taking time out of your no days off. You know,
Yeah. No,
You know?
this is not taking time out of the no days off. This is part of the work that I'm
part
putting
of the
in.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate you guys
yeah,
having me and all the love and hospitality. Y'all really cool people, humble dudes. Plan to keep in contact.
for
You got
sure.
my number,
Yeah,
Fizz. If you can send Fizz my number,
for sure.
please
Oh
stay
yeah.
in
I got you. Oh
contact,
yeah.
even just to tap in. I
Yeah,
I
woke
got
up
you
this
on
morning
Instagram
feeling
and all
what
that,
happened?
man. I said I'm following you on Instagram and all that. So I got.
All right,
yeah.
all
For
right,
sure.
cool.
Very
Appreciate
good.
that.
One last
Yeah.
thing, give everybody your social media, man, when they can tap in with you.
All right, so you can reach me on most social media at Music by Moose. Not Mus, not Muse, not Ms, not
Right,
Mia, none of
right.
that. It's
None of that.
MUSICBYMUS. No
Okay.
underscore, no space.
We got one last question. One person come back with more. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And where can they find all your music at, man?
Uh, High Tide, Outlaw. I got another track, Get Up, and another track, Straight. All can be found on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the major streaming platforms. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio Music. Good luck, homie. He just posted it. There's
Yeah,
my app for
salute,
everything.
Yeah.
salute,
Uh, Salute, Ev. That's my man's. That's my man's man. He's a man's man for real.
salute, bro. What's
Salute.
up?
Salute. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then I got a SoundCloud that has things that I don't own rights to. So there's like I did a track to J. Cole's KODB. I did a track to the Migos Like I Talk It that's on
Oh,
SoundCloud.
okay.
Uh, yeah, I got me and Altariq actually have another song dropping Friday the 11th called Set It Off. Haven't really started promoting it yet, but I did put it on YouTube with the premiere. So please go on my YouTube,
Wait,
subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, all
yeah, bro. Is that
that.
the track? Is that the track that Willie Bangs then got the sneak touch on that he was like trying to get you to sneak on the show? Is that the one or is
Nah,
that a different one? Because he
nah,
was
that's a different one.
something you did, and I was like, well, dang, man.
Yeah.
You got
Nah,
something in the chamber that you loading up to get ready to blast off that
yeah.
Salute
So
Willie Banks and thinks is definitely something that people need to hear immediately. So
well, he didn't finish his thought. Well, the track Willie Bangs was talking about, I'll put the name out there. It's called Abstract.
okay.
So I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but I talked to him about that, and we got something going on with that.
Okay.
So that's coming out next,
Okay.
and I already got two other songs following that's in play in the works of trying to get it done right. So there will be a lot of new music coming this year.
Okay.
Cool. Cool.
Hopefully y'all get, a little touch of some of those. So hopefully, you send
Yeah,
my way. We play them on here,
yeah,
on the radio and
Yeah.
everything. I look forward to hearing all your stuff, man, because
I
I've
appreciate it.
heard, man, and thank God we finally got to connect, man. It was well worth the wait, bro. So
It definitely was. I definitely feel the same. I always in the back of my mind. I gotta hit him up. I
yeah,
gotta hit him up. I gotta get this done. And then it'd be like, geez, wasn't I supposed to do something 10 days ago? And it's like I haven't even slept 10 weeks in the past 10 hours in the past week.
bro.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you
man,
one of those people that doesn't need a lot of sleep at night? I got a buddy only needs about 3 hours of sleep at night. Are you one of those people?
Yeah, so after I started the second job, I realized like I need at least 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours, I'm cool. My body started bogging down when I hit like that 17-hour mark. It started bogging down, and like my legs get a little wobbly. I get the noodle leg going on, but I'm cool.
right, right. All
Whoa.
right, man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank
More love
you. I
for you.
appreciate y'all.
Continue
No
success, my
doubt.
brother.
Bless. Peace and love, y'all.
All right, peace, man.
Spitfire Save the Matches Radio is now available in all apps